Hello friends, in this video we are going to discover the top 10 richest countries in Europe. Europe has always been a wealthy continent. Therefore, the richest countries in Europe are usually among the top wealthiest world countries. Perhaps it is necessary to state that the word countries here does not refer to the expanse of land, but rather with the people that live in them, and with the quality of life they enjoy. The standard metric for measuring this quality of life is the GDP per capita, which may be described as a kind of estimate of the total annual spending of the citizens of each country. The premise is that rich countries have rich citizens, and rich citizens have money with which to enjoy a high standard of life. Of course, other factors of importance include the availability of jobs, the availability of investment opportunities, good housing, and healthcare. We expand on these important factors in the concluding part of this article. Of the 7 continents in the world, Europe is undoubtedly the most developed, and definitely the one with the highest number of richest countries. The continent has an area of 10,180,000 kilometers and is surrounded on the north by the Arctic Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean to the west, and the Mediterranean Sea to the south. The continent has numerous global eye-catching structures and cities like Paris and London among others. So, what are the richest countries in Europe? Kindly make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon before we start this video about the 10 richest countries in Europe. Now let's dig deeper into each of the top 10 richest countries in Europe. Number 10 on the list of richest countries in Europe is Denmark. Denmark is a great country with an ancient history. The country has a GDP per capita of about $51,643, making it one of Europe's richest countries. As with other Nordic countries, there is a strong sense of responsibility in the government, which provides a lot of subsidies to citizens. These provisions are funded by taxes. Denmark enjoys a free market economy and makes much of its money through international trade. The country is also a favorite tourist destination. Number 9 on the list of richest countries in Europe is Austria. The fortunes of Austria have been for a long time intertwined with that of Germany. Austria has benefited from new strategic alliances and has since become one of the richest countries in Europe. Austria still has a lot of potential in banking, manufacturing, agriculture, technology, and services, which provides about 70% of the country's GDP. Austria's official language is Austrian German, a German-speaking country in Central Europe with a population of close to 9 million. The country's terrain is a highly mountainous one. With a GDP per capita of about $51,936. Most of the county is powered electrically by hydropower, and tourism also serves as a reasonable part of the country's income. The country also has a highly developed social market economy. Number 8 on the list of richest countries in Europe is Germany. Germany is one of the economic capitals of Europe. For a long time, this has been a hub of manufacturing and technology. Germany has long played a leading role in Europe. This has been one of the forces holding the European Union together. The country is a dominant force in world economics. Germany is a major oil consumer, and a major producer of machinery, technology, food, and other things. German ports are one of the busiest in the world, and our German cities are very attractive business destinations. The economy of Germany is supported by the production of motor vehicles, chemicals, equipment, and so many other finished products. Germany's GDP per capita is $52,801. Number 7 on the list of richest countries in Europe is Sweden. Sweden is a well-organized country that fully deserves to be one of the richest in Europe. The country is highly developed, and the citizens enjoy great government subsidies on things like housing, education, healthcare, and so on. Sweden's economy is boosted by oil, mining, agriculture, pulp, and of course services. The financial services sector in Sweden is also growing at a good rate, and its GDP per capita is $53,077. Sweden has quite some high taxes, but the government uses these monies to provide adequate services to the citizens. Due to its work on renewable energy, Sweden is one of the world's greenest economies. Tourism is an important part of the nation's revenue. There is also the heavy industry and the growing high-tech sector, all of which have contributed to the wealth of the country. Number 6 on the list of richest countries in Europe is Iceland. Iceland is a model of economic management. Even though it was severely affected by the economic meltdown of 2007 to 2010. Since then, proper management and dedicated planning has seen the country make a full turnaround and have set the economy of Iceland to go back on the right track. Iceland's GDP per capita is $54,121. The economy of Iceland is boosted by a booming tourism sector, as well as fishing, biotechnology, computer technology, and other sectors. Iceland's official language is Icelandic and the country is located in the North Atlantic. Its capital city is Reykjavik. The country has strong Scandinavian ties, and the official language is Icelandic. Number 5 on the list of richest countries in Europe is Netherlands. The Netherlands is a beautiful country with a cultural identity that is similar to Germany, one of the most well-managed countries in the world. It is, therefore, no surprise that this is one of the richest countries in Europe. Its GDP per capita is $56,435. The Netherlands has benefited from abundant natural gas deposits, but before that, there was industry, chemicals, machinery, agriculture, and services. The Netherlands benefits heavily from international trade and financial services. Number 4 on the list of richest countries in Europe is Switzerland. Switzerland is one of the best managed countries in the world. The Swiss are famous for their banking system, which is reputed to be one of the most efficient in the world. Another important sector in the economy of Switzerland is pharmaceuticals. There is plenty of investment in the Swiss pharmaceutical industry. Switzerland is located in Western Central Europe. The country's official languages are German, French, Italian, and Romansh. The country has a population of about 8 million, with a GDP per capita of about $63,380. Towns such as Zurich and Geneva in the Netherlands have been ranked as the best cities in the world in terms of quality of life. Number 3 on the list of richest countries in Europe is Norway. Norway is one of the richest countries in Europe with the highest living standards. This country is rich in natural resources and is one of Europe's highest producers of oil. Norway depends quite heavily on revenue from oil, and the country has amassed a sovereign wealth fund into which the money has been channeled, and which now pays for much of the country's future development projects. Norway also makes a lot of money from timber, agriculture, gas, and fish. Norwegian seafood is much loved around the world. Official language is Norwegian, Sami, and Kven. Norway is located in the northwest of Europe. The country attained independence in 1905, having been ruled for many years by Denmark and Sweden. The country has a GDP per capita of about $74,065, which undoubtedly makes it not only one of the richest countries in Europe but the world generally. The country also has a population of about 5 million. Number 2 on the list of richest countries in Europe is Ireland. The country owes its strong economy to impressive export figures, low inflation, and very good employment rates. Ireland does not burden its citizens with excessive taxes, and this enables them to invest further in the economy. Ireland is expected to continue to grow its economy, with such sectors as fishing, retail commerce, financial services, and technology all playing leading roles. Ireland is a small country in northwestern Europe, with its capital city being Dublin. The country has an area of 70,273 kilometers square, and a GDP per capita of $79,925. Irish and English are their official language. Ireland's economy is predominantly a high-technology industry and services one. The country largely depends on foreign investments, and several multinational corporations are located there. Ireland is also a large exporter. Number 1 on the list of richest countries in Europe is Luxembourg. Luxembourg is a small landlocked country in Europe that is near France and Switzerland. The GDP per capita of Luxembourg is $110,870, and the country is quite well known for the quality of life of its citizens. Luxembourg's economy is well managed and benefits from year-on-year growth. Furthermore, the country has low inflation and low unemployment. Luxembourg is well managed. The country has initiated a series of policies designed to diversify the economy, including sectors like technology, medical research, financial service technologies, information technology, logistics, and many others. Luxembourg's financial services industry accounts for 35% of the nation's GDP. The nation's official languages are Luxembourgish, French, and German. So, which is your favorite European country among the top 10 richest countries in Europe? Well, that's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content of this video, click the subscribe button so you can receive more content like this. Post your favorite countries among the top 10 richest countries in Europe in the comments below. I'd love to read them, and I'm sure others would too.